A regenerative nightmare. The invention that killed. This invention, initially meant to benefit all humanity by regenerating human tissue, ultimately became a trap that cost 4 lives due to the immense profits it promised. A man invented a solution that, when dripped onto bird skin, could be used to repair human bodies. The experiment was a resounding success. The bird skin merged at a speed visible to the naked eye. But soon, he realized something was wrong. After repairing his cheek, the solution began to repair his mouth. This was different from all other experimental results. If it continued, he would be suffocated alive. Little Wei was terrified at the time because her father's mouth and heart were also rapidly merging. 10 years later, a scarred legacy. 10 years passed in a flash, and Little Wei had grown into a young woman. But just like her father, she had a scar on her face. To repair her face, she enrolled in medical school. The professor was equally interested in her father's research, for which Little Wei received praise. However, when her classmates saw what she was researching, they treated her like a monster. Everyone refused to sit with her. Only the professor, who saw the business opportunity, treated her like a treasure. During this period, they made various attempts, but all ended in failure. The clue and the breakthrough. It wasn't until a poster appeared that gave her inspiration. She remembered her father telling her when she was a child that he used a plant called wet flower back then. With a lead, Little Wei immediately got to work. She cut off a piece of her own skin, then used a piece of rat skin and stuck it on. Unexpectedly, the 2 pieces of skin instantly fused, and the wound rapidly shrunk at a visible speed. This scene was accidentally discovered by the professor, who was ripping up a poster of the campus beauty queen. Now that the experiment had yielded results, he naturally wouldn't let Little Wei claim sole credit. However, the campus beauty, eager to graduate smoothly, took photos. She didn't care about Little Wei's achievements, her own graduation was the key. A desperate act and a terrible secret. After leaving, the campus beauty immediately posted the photos in a group chat. Since they were all the professor's lovers, they would all be unable to graduate if they fell out of favor. Back home, her cousin was furious and smashed a photo of Little Wei's father. The 2 sisters instantly got into a fight. Little Wei, grabbing chopsticks, accidentally killed her cousin. To prevent her aunt from finding out, she simply peeled off her cousin's face and swapped faces with her. When her aunt returned, she quickly kicked her cousin's foot under the bed. The facial transformation was indeed more powerful than imagined. After the face swap, even her own mother didn't notice any difference. The unraveling lie. However, simply swapping faces was far from enough. To avoid being discovered, she had to meticulously mimic how her cousin usually smiled, frame by frame. She felt pretty good living as her cousin. There was no more ostracism from classmates, and she had a wealthy new mother. Her cousin also had a handsome boyfriend. There seemed to be no downside to becoming her cousin. But while they were kissing, her face suddenly fell off. Her boyfriend, startled, fell off a cliff and died on the spot. Little Wei remembered that the solution she used for the face swap was all recorded in her father's notebook. It was then that she recalled leaving the note